Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished participants, I warmly welcome this first African edition of the Gender Summit, which brings together African and non-African scientists and leaders to discuss the vital gender dimension in sustainable and inclusive development through science and innovation. Global advancements in science and technology are of key relevance for eradicating poverty and achieving sustainable growth. Equally, information and communication technologies and skills are an essential tool for any progress or access to job opportunities. Sadly, too many women are missing from this scenario. Poverty and gender inequality continue to be among the main obstacles to women's and girls' access to education. Girls in low-income countries are more likely than boys to be out of school in both primary and secondary education. And even though the rate of women in higher education has increased significantly over the last 4 decades, women in low-income countries are still less likely to be enrolled in higher education than men. The gender barriers are even stronger in science, technology, and engineering. This is also happening in Europe. While women represent 46% of PhD graduates, only 33% are researchers and just 20% are at the top level of academia. The increase in the number of women in higher education worldwide is not translating into their proportional representation in the labor market, especially in management positions. Gender stereotypes, cultural barriers, and low quality of education continue to affect women's career choices and opportunities. Women often end up in jobs where they do not use their full potential or where they are faced with discrimination and lesser pay. This is not smart economics. The lack of empowered female role models and women in decision-making positions are both cause and effect of these discriminatory patterns. We need to change this fast. Opening new paths for women and girls to pursue both education and careers in all economic sectors must be our priority. I'm committed to promoting gender equality and women's human, economic, and social rights. I want to change mindsets and remove barriers that are behind the persisting gender discrimination in education, research, and the economy. The European Commission is promoting gender mainstreaming in all its policies and programs, including in education, science, and research. We are also supporting research with a gender perspective through development initiatives such as the African Union Scientific Awards Program. Access to quality education and training for every child or adult is a prerequisite for breaking cycles of intergenerational poverty. It is also instrumental in fostering knowledge-based societies. This year, we want to define an ambitious and universal post-2015 development agenda with our international partners. It is clear there is no gender equality without education. That is why we intend to build strong synergies between the goals on inclusive, quality education and on gender equality and women's empowerment. This is crucial if we want to achieve maximum impact. I hope your discussions at the summit will come to similar conclusions and provide us with further evidence to support our effort in bringing more gender equality and female leadership to science and research, where they rightly belong. Thank you.